Dr. Anita McLaughlin, a transformational counselor, mentor, chaplain, author, and entrepreneur, and you have just entered a diamond moment. Diamonds are produced through time, heat, and pressure. The cut, clarity, and size of the raw diamond determine its use. The use of the stone adds to its value. Life's diamonds are produced, processed, and valued the same way. This is the place to unlock and process the challenges of your life, ascribe value, determine worth, and put these valuable lessons to work so that you can fulfill your destiny. I hope that you enjoyed our last episode. We talked a little bit about and began at what's holding us back, what challenging those limiting ideas. Is it race? Is it politics? And how do we initialize self-actualization? And I wanted to continue just a little bit on that self-actualization issue. We established that there is a theory, and we talked about that a little bit. Those needs being psychological, safety needs, love and belonging, esteem, and then self-actualization. And it's all based off of this concept of what a man can be, he must be, or what a person can be, they must be, in order for them to have satisfaction in life. All of these things, whatever it is that they can be, they must be. So when we look around, we look at society, we know that people have different functions. They have different skills, talents, and abilities. And it's not to say that if you are a world-class painter and my best is a stick person, that I am less than you. No, I'm doing all that I can do. And in that, whatever it is that I can be, then that's what I must be. Being limited by others in what you can do are the things that bring about resentment and cause people to lash out for seemingly no reason. But yet there is a very detailed reason. We talked about that movie, the old 90s movie, Joe and the Volcano, and that expression, now you're coming into focus. When we get to the place in our lives where we begin to come into our personal focus, we're much more likely to want to be self-actualizing, and in that to be self-determining. I do want to say and speak into what happens in my life. No, it's not good enough for me to give all of the power in my life to someone else who may or may not represent who I am, what I want to be, what I've been called to do. And so we have to look at giving our power to someone else because they took the time, in whatever capacity that it may be, to actualize a portion of themselves. Now, we have given our life's value to someone who may not value us simply because they're able to articulate where they want to go. Having something about us that speaks outwardly to what's going on inwardly, we come into that area of being self-motivated. I should not need someone to kick me into gear when it relates to my own life. I should be able to wake up in the morning self-actualized enough to motivate myself. Now I tell you this, and I've just been guilty of it. I said, don't should on yourself. That word should is a qualifier that is not necessarily helpful all the time. So don't should on yourself. But please realize that who you were meant to be is who you were meant to be. No one can beat you doing you but you. You have the upper hand, an unlimited market on being who you are. But in that, you have to be willing to do the work of self-actualization, motivate yourself to the degree that you believe that you can do it. Belief many times is the foundational principle of everything. When we talk about having a tradition, a belief system tradition, those many people believe in faith. They believe that that what I believe about myself is the substance of what I'm hoping for. It is the evidence of what I cannot see because I still believe in it. I still want it. I'm still working towards it. I'm still motivated for that goal. And so we look at these things and we have to understand, to be self-determined, you need to be self-motivated. So when we're looking at this level of self-actualization, self-motivation, we see it and we put it in the context of what we've been discussing previously. Politically, being able to speak for yourself. So when we look at this in light of what we've discussed before, politically, being able to speak for yourself, determining what takes place in your life, having a voice on what happens in your locality, whether it is with the school board, who is teaching our children and what are they teaching them. And I'm saying that because there's an area, once again, in the United States that has determined that they're going to limit what is being taught to our children, being taught historically, things that we all know are true. They're concerned that the critical race theory will make children feel less than. They're concerned about what children learn about themselves that actually continues white supremacy. It's being determined that they wanted to change in some of the southern states, to change the curriculum so that the only history that is taught is European history, that our children no longer have the opportunity to learn about the countries of their origin. And so when we begin to look around and we look at just the lowest level of our community political system, and we decide that that's not important enough, or I don't care enough, or I'm busy and I can't be involved in, well, then we relinquish our lives for someone else to determine and to insert into our lives their opinions, which may have nothing whatsoever to do with us. So we have to be careful about the way that we, once we become self-actualized, once we get to the place of understanding that whatever I can be, that is what I must be, then things that had previously we thought held us back no longer have that same control, or they're no longer able to cause us to believe in this matter, because we do understand something. We understand that in order for me to have the best life that I can have, I need to have a say-so in that life. I need to be able to speak my truth. I need to be able to live in a way that's consistent with who I am, not with who someone else thinks that I am. And that is the reason why we go through all of these steps to walk out of our dysfunction, to become a functioning person in society, to be able to have what we did not think that we would ever have, to do what we never even thought conceivable to do, to be able to break racial stereotypes, and to be able to speak out and tell somebody that may be who that person is, but that is not who I am, and I need you to understand that. And not only that, to be able to speak understandable way, for them to be able to understand what I'm saying, so that you can process the words that I'm speaking. And therefore, we can have a better discourse because you no longer see me as less than. And if you do, then maybe we can have a discussion. And I repeat that, a discussion about that. We have to challenge our beliefs. Everything that comes against us that would say that we can't, we won't, we can never, those are the things that we challenge. I was asked a question, and it was, how do you become self-attuned on wisdom? If you're not on wisdom, please join me there. You get to ask questions. You get to be involved in the discussions that we have. And also join me on FanBase as well. I'm just kind of getting going on that platform, but join me there as well. And I'm saying that to say that this question, how do you become attuned? And I said, I listen to what's going on inside of me. We've talked about this before. Listening to what is going on inside of you will give you an understanding. It'll give you that checkpoint to know that something's wrong. And when you know that something's wrong, now you know what you need to go back and look at within yourself to challenge that limiting belief or idea, to find out where that came from. Who spoke that into my life that now makes me afraid to try this, or to do this, or to be something that I feel I'm innately designed to be. We have to challenge limiting ideas in order to do anything in our lives, to reach a self-actualized state, to be self-determined, to become self-motivated, to be able to speak up for ourselves in whatever arena it is. If you don't agree, you can speak up, but it's the way that you speak up. It's how we do things that can either prompt the reception of that idea the way that we would like to give it, or it can shut things down, close it off, and stop communication. You don't have to be afraid to communicate with anyone. It's nothing that says that they have to agree with you, and surely nothing says that you have to agree with them. But to be self-actualized, to go back, to check on and challenge your limiting behaviors is a good way to find out what's holding you back. Once you know that, the sky is the limit. You can work towards an understanding. If it's something that you don't know, real smart man said, Google it. We have unlimited resources available to us now that weren't there before. Go back and find out. Do something that some people, say, ooh, don't talk to me like that. Read a book. Read a book. I'm not being mean. Read a book and find out what you don't know. If you're not good at reading, get an Audible book. Do something to challenge the limiting beliefs of your past and move yourself forward. You can do it. You have all the potential that you need. What you can be, you must be. And you do that as you come into focus, become an individual, and have self-actualization. The realization of who you were meant to be. Becoming is a process. Thank you for listening, and join me next time as we redefine the previous steps of your process. Never forget, becoming is a process. A process has stages. One small change changes everything. So invest in yourself. Please visit my website at www.DrAnitaMc.com. That's DrAnitaMc.com for links and additional information. And please rate the podcast if you're enjoying it.